I don't think I can just rip this post out very as simply as I had hoped. And I'll have to come back and redo some of the framing in here somehow, someday. So I just want to take a quick moment to show you kind of what I'm dealing with here. Me and a friend tore apart the sheetrock in the ceiling the other day, and I'm back now. And you can see how none of these extend all the way over to the beam. They're all cut. So you can see here that this board is actually cut from here over. And then I'm gonna act on an assumption here, which I probably shouldn't. But this board, so many different ways to look at this. Oh geez. This 2x6, I'm gonna assume runs all the way over to the wall. There's just a lot of cut pieces of wood right here at this post, which is kind of like a weak spot. So if you look at this, there's a post here, right? And there's probably a significant amount of weight on this post. All of the weight from at least this beam over to this end that kind of wants to go like this is being held here. I'm assuming this 2x6 here goes all the way to the wall. You can see that this one's cut here, and this is kind of spliced in, and none of these joists actually make it all the way to the beam. They're all cut, 1, 2, 3 of them. And so not only is this post holding weight from here, but this post is holding some of the weight, I think, that's tied into here, at least to keep this from kind of buckling in the middle, because those should run all the way through There's no reason for them not to, in my mind, except this is all spliced together. So this is actually holding a little bit more weight than I initially thought. And then the kicker is that since all the weight was here, all the floor, or all the water that came in on the floor kind of settled here. And so I don't know how well you can tell, but it's kind of sunk in a little bit. And there's actually nothing really directly underneath it supporting it. So it's just on this plywood. And so I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do, how I want to go about it. I know initially that these stairs, well, I believe initially that these stairs weren't actually on this wall going up. They were on this wall going up like that. And somebody moved them around. And so when they did that, they must have reframed in some of this. So I'll probably take this sheetrock down, make sure this goes all the way. And then my thought was maybe I can put some kind of 2x6, at least for now, break into this and do like a little stud off this all the way down. Set the 2x6 on that kind of as a header and somehow tie it into the beam. I don't think I can just rip this post out very as simply as I had hoped. And I'll have to come back and redo some of the framing in here somehow, someday. these are all individual pieces. It's not just the stuff breaking. It's been cut and spliced in. Holy cow. So that's where the chimney used to be, apparently. I mean, I saw it from the outside, so I knew that was there. What I didn't know, that these studs don't seem to be doing a whole lot, or holding a whole lot. And so now I'm curious how far those go back. There is insulation. There was insulation here, but there was no insulation down here. So you can tell that this one has been that one's been helped in a little bit. So many questions to which I'll never have an answer. Okay, so here's my plan. I put in this temporary wool for now. I put it just on the bottom of these joists that hang over the beam, right on the bottom of those. Come find out, this one that I was thinking might go all the way, it's actually spliced. Surprise. But this one goes all the way here. So it almost makes it. I put these cross pieces this way, just so I could span a couple of the joists that are underneath the floor, because again, that plywood doesn't do a whole lot. There's basically a joist here, and then there's one, I don't know if you can see it, basically right underneath, and then 1, 2, and then some of them connect all the way over there. I thought about putting another temporary wall here to connect these two down, but again, I don't think there's a whole lot of weight on those, so I'm not, and if there is, it'll help with that. So I'm not overly concerned about that because there's just two. And now I just gotta figure out what I want to do here. If I want to cut this and pull the whole thing out. If I want to do that, or if I want to do something else. So I'm gonna stare at it for a little while. So enjoy. So the other thing I have to think about, take into account, is that these, let's see what you can see. So the other thing I have to think about with this is all these nails are nailed in from this way into these. So there might actually be some, I just need to be careful when I pull off that and pull away. Because that might not be very beneficial. If I do it to all 3 of these, 4 of these, 20 of these, well, then my siding will basically just fall off if I just straight up replace them. So I think I'll have to maybe cut out the top where I'm going to put this next joist. Cut that out. Set it in and then put something underneath it and then just nail them together. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's basically what I did upstairs. Boy. Well, I think that's about it for this video. We didn't end up actually getting to demo the floor like I had planned to or hoped to today. We got to build some things instead of break them apart today. So I guess that's kind of fun, kind of different. We got our joist, or our beam. It's not really a beam, but it's more of a joist that little extra weight hangs on. We got that in, studded under that. We gotta button up the bottom piece, throw another 2x4 and screw those together so they don't come apart. But our beam goes all the way across through and all the way across to over there. So I'm pretty happy, pretty excited about that. And we'll see, hopefully we can take this post out sometime soon, get rid of this temporary wall, get rid of this floor, and figure out everything else that we need to do so we can put this floor in. But like I said, that's about it for tonight. It's dark out, it's time to go home. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you did. Leave a comment if you have any other tips on the ways I can get this post out. Some other cool ideas that might be helpful. Thanks. Have a good one.